Hello everyone, we are Brainstorm Consultants, and this is our training proposal for City of Hope. Before we get started, let me start by introducing myself and my amazing team. My name is Gianni Howell, and I am the COO of Brainstorm Consultants. Our CEO is Asad Muslim, and our CIO is Fatima Fareed. Let me get started by giving a little background about Brainstorm Consultants, the origin of our name, and our brand. Our main goal is out-of-the-box solutions, and our company logo clearly captures the idea because we are represented by the 9 dots 4 lines puzzle. The point of the puzzle is to connect all 9 dots using only 4 continuous lines without lifting your pencil off the paper. At first glance, it seems that the 9 dots create a square boundary and the mind doesn't want to step outside of that box. But in order to solve the puzzle, you have to think outside the box. In this same way, we strive to bring out-of-the-box solutions to the field of training and development, and we hope that our training proposal does just that. Our agenda for today will be to lay out our action plan for City of Hope. I will be discussing our proposed program, and I will also list out the training objectives. Asad, our CEO, will then go in depth as to the training techniques, the applicable learning theories, the learning model, and the required instructor materials. Fatima, our CIO, will close with a quick recap before concluding with the evaluation plan. We hope that you enjoy our presentation. Currently, at City of Hope, their HR program does not have any training other than the onboarding process. They have a little bit of leadership, like having the new hires shadow them, but other than that, they do not have an effective training program. We recommend a comprehensive training program that incorporates a combination of new hire training and ongoing training. The new hires will do the traditional in-class training as well as doing 80% of their training virtually. The objective is to implement a strategic training and development program that will effectively address the City of Hope's organizational learning imperatives. There are 2 objectives that the training program will meet. The first objective will be to implement a comprehensive learning and development program that addresses the new hire and ongoing training needs in terms of both behavioral and technical skills. Our second objective will be to implement a comprehensive leadership development program that addresses both soft and technical skills. With that being said, I will now pass it on to our CEO, Asad Muslim, to elaborate on our training and development recommendations.
Thank you very much, Gianni. Hello everyone, this is Asad Muslim, and I will be talking about our outline of the training program. And I will discuss the training techniques that we have implemented for the program, the learning theories that we are applying to the program, the training model, the selection of the instructor, material, and then I'll bring it all together towards the end. Now, the training program at City of Hope current state is almost non-existent. When new employees are hired, they go through 1 day of training orientation, and that does not relate to any kind of skill set development. This is just orientation towards the history and the vision, mission of the organization. No functional training provided. We are recommending the City of Hope adopts a comprehensive training plan with 2 components, new hire training and ongoing training. Now, the new hire training, what we are recommending, it has to be an instructor-led training. Ongoing training, on the other hand, will be 80% or most of it would be virtual training. Within the ongoing training, there will be 2 tracks, a non-leadership track and a leadership track. So now, the way the program works is that when the employees come into City of Hope, they are provided with a comprehensive training program for their functional, technical, and soft skill needs, providing them with a foundation to stand on and setting them up for success. When they go to their jobs, they will be provided with the ongoing training using the technology. If they're in a non-leadership role, there will be a training track, a separate training track for them to learn and to grow. If they're in the leadership role, they will have a separate track for leadership, where they can learn the leadership skill set and grow further. The ongoing training program, this is the further detail of the ongoing training program. The left of the screen is the leadership track and the right of the screen is the non-leadership track. So both the tracks will have the technical and the soft skill component, and these are the examples that we will incorporate within these tracks. For leadership track, for example, the technical skill track will have project management training, TQM, advanced Excel training could be there, advanced insurance training, Six Sigma training, TQM training, and so forth. Soft skill training could entail COH philosophy for leadership, team building, problem solving, time management, coaching, and so forth. For the non-leadership track, the technical training would consist mostly of the process changes and the technology upgrades, and then the need-based training that come up based off of the performance and voice of customer, audits, and so forth. Soft skill training would be customer service, problem solving, dealing with difficult people, email etiquette, and so forth. Now this is the example of the New Height training plan that we've put together. This is a comprehensive training program plan calendar. This is a 22-day training. This is a snippet of that training because the full calendar would not fit here. It shows you what it incorporates and what it entails. So the day one will be the human resource policies discussion, the HR policies and procedures. 1 day customer service training, then the mandatory HR training which relates to safety, sexual harassment, and so forth. Then there's an EHR introduction. There's a 3-day comprehensive SOP training, and then there is a 1 day of shadowing where they go and in the environment and see the work happening. Come back to the training class, a comprehensive EHR training for 2 days. And this is how the training rolls out for 22 days, providing them with a comprehensive foundation to stand on. Now, within these trainings, the New Height trainings and the ongoing training, we will be applying the learning theories, the learning model, and the learning techniques. The learning theories we will be adopting will be conscious competence, andragogy, and KSA. Conscious competence will ensure that the training is experiential and that they're getting an opportunity to do what is being taught theoretically. Andragogy will ensure that the instructional designers are looking at the motivation, the experience, the readiness, the self-direction, and the need to know of the training, which is the basis of any adult instructional design. The KSA will ensure that we are not addressing just the knowledge or just the skill set or just the mindset or the attitude. All 3 spheres are being addressed, meaning knowledge, skill set, and attitude, making it a more comprehensive approach towards learning and development. The learning model that we will be implementing throughout all our training interventions and training programs is ADDIE. So there are several training models that are out there, and training models are a framework for training execution. What they do is they make the work more standardized in terms of creating, designing, developing, implementing, evaluating training. It makes the work easier for the instructional designer. So we have recommended ADDIE model because it's more easier to standardize, to learn, and to standardize for instructional designer. And it's an acronym that stands for analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. So our trainers will be analyzing the needs of the trainers, the requirements, the current capabilities, designing the learning objectives and the format and the activities, creating the prototype and the learning course, implementing the tools, and then of course evaluating using the Kirkpatrick model, which we will elaborate in the coming slides. When it comes to training techniques, we will be utilizing a spectrum of training techniques within our training programs. Techniques ensure transfer of knowledge. They also address the different learning styles. They ensure training retention, engagement, and interest. Examples of these training techniques are role plays, lectures, videos, gamification, discussions, tests, and so forth. We will ensure through our training programs that all the instructional design incorporates all the different training techniques. For instructor choice, we recommend that City of Hope makes it mandatory for all the trainers or instructional designer to obtain an ATD certification. That this will ensure that all the trainers have a similar skill set and knowledge, and they're keeping abreast of what is happening in the training and development arena. For technology side of it, we are implementing the state-of-the-art learning management system. As mentioned before, the ongoing training is for the most part virtual, and for that we will need a learning management system. We will be implementing a learning management system. We will be implementing a learning authoring tool. We are recommending Captivate. We are implementing a test environment for the EHR, which is the main technology used by the hospital for patient records. The audiovisual tools, laptops, multimedia projectors, printers, and so forth. For the soft skill side of it, we will be acquiring high quality content from a vendor so that we have good content for that virtual training, ongoing virtual training for both the technical, both the leadership and the non-leadership roles. For stationery, of course, the regular requirements of easels, manuals, pens, highlighters, whiteboards, sanitizers, as we are living in a pandemic, training feedback form, training assessment form, training acknowledgement form, and so forth. So we're bringing it all together. The new hire training, which is an instructor-led training, will provide the foundation to our employees. Now, from that, they will go back to their jobs and they will have a ongoing training addressing this technical skill and the soft skill using the technology. The ATD certification will ensure that the instructional designers are able to incorporate the learning theories and learning techniques in the learning model. Thank you very much, and I'll pass it on to Fatima.
Thank you so much, Asad. Hello everyone, this is Fatima Fareed, and I will be taking you all through the final part of our presentation. But first, a quick recap. Gianni introduced our team, gave you a background of our company, Brainstorm Consultants, and explained the origin of our name being the 9 dots, 4 lines puzzle. She then gave you an interview of our proposed training program for City of Hope and covered the training objectives. Just to refresh your recollection, our proposed training program consists of a combination of new hire training and ongoing learning. The ongoing learning portion consists of 2 tracks, the leadership track and the non-leadership track. Both tracks focus on technical and soft skills that are necessary for employee success. Asad dove deeper into the new hire training portion and broke down our Brainstorm Consultants approved 22-day training schedule. Asad also gave an overview of the applicable learning theories and the training model, which we chose to be the ADDIE model. Training techniques were also covered by Asad, and this includes lectures, roleplay, videos, games, discussions, and tests. And finally, he covered instructor choice and materials. We emphasize that instructors should have ATD certification. Recall that ATD stands for the Association for Talent Development. Recall that Asad explained the ADDIE training model. The E represents evaluation, and it is a phase of vital importance for any T&D program because the evaluation stage is used to assess the quality and effectiveness of the entire instructional design process. Evaluation should happen at every stage of the process, from analysis, design, development, and implementation. This is so that the training that is implemented is not built on the foundation of errors. We recommend the Kirkpatrick model of evaluation. The Kirkpatrick model focuses on 4 levels of training evaluation: reaction, learning, behavior, and results. The first level, reaction, focuses on the degree to which participants find the training favorable, engaging, and relevant to their jobs. The second level, learning, focuses on the degree to which participants acquire the intended knowledge, skills, attitude, confidence, and commitment based on their participation in the training. Level 3, behavior, focuses on the degree to which participants apply what they have learned during training when they are back on the job. And level 4, results, focuses on the degree to which targeted outcomes occur as a natural result of the training and the support and accountability package. Now let me explain how the Kirkpatrick model can be applied to a proposed training program. Recall that Asad discussed materials that range from technology to content to stationery. These materials are useful when using the Kirkpatrick model. At the reaction level, the first step is documenting the employees' reactions to the training. Understanding how employees perceive the training can give good insight into what is working well or what needs improvement. You can do this by sending out a survey on stationery immediately following every training session. It can be tedious to collect this data, but it is necessary to synthesize and organize the information to make sense of the reactions. In addition to surveys, it is also possible to track metrics using technology such as participation rate, completion rate, and time spent on training. This is all useful for self-directed online training courses. The next level learning requires measuring what the employees learned or didn't learn during training. Like Assad mentioned previously, this can be done with tests and assessments to measure employee progress. For a training program, it would be useful to use skills-based evaluations because both the leadership and non-leadership tracks emphasize technical and soft skills. At the next level, behavior, it is necessary to gauge whether the training program has impacted behavior, or in other words, whether the employees are applying what they learned. To achieve this with our training plan, it is important to record on-the-field observations and provide opportunities for employees to apply the skills they learned during hands-on practice. Lastly, the results level. This is the stage where it is important to evaluate how the behavioral changes have impacted the business and whether training investments resulted in a good ROI, or return on investment. To wrap up our presentation, I would like to answer the question at the forefront of any investment in T&D programs. Why does our program work? Well, if you can recall, our training program has two components that focus on the new hire process and the ongoing learning component, which is broken down into two tracks. Our schedule plan is a very thorough 22-day program. We propose the ADDIE training model with an emphasis on the E for evaluation, and the Kirkpatrick model fail-proofs our program. Lastly, using a learning management system, which we recommend, can link data from LMS reports, such as participation rates, in order to visualize the training progress and make connections to ROI. All of these things guarantee the success of our training program for City of Hope. Thank you so much for your time and attention. This concludes our presentation.